Okay, so we're just looking at the 10 pattern stack here, and we're squaring off fretboards here from the third to the third note, from the sixth to the sixth. And so if it was a key of C, that would be E to E, and it'd be A to A, and it'd be D to D, and the purple is D right here. And I was just talking about when we're going up in notes in the tuning pattern, when you go to the G, the fourth of, you go up in fourths, right? So it would be D would go to G, the fourth of D is G, but the fourth of G is C, but it's a diminished fourth going up between strings 4 and 5 where the tuning third is, and then going down it's in fifths, so the fifth of E is B, but the fifth of B is F sharp, but it's an augmented fifth going down in fifth. So you're going fifths, and with the guitar it's going to be an augmented fifth. So it goes to the G, and then the fifth of G is D, etc., as it sinks down here. But we have to keep this, lined up with the drawing tool. So next, the next shape we're going to do is red. I hope this is red. I don't know if it says anything about what color it is. So we go from 5 to 5. Down here is the red fretboard. And then last but not least, we have the blue for the, this is some kind of blue up here. And this is not light blue. It's like blue green kind of thing, or a darker hue of blue. So this is what we got right here. So this is cool. If we could keep this the way it is, it'd be nice. Okay, we're back again. Voila, I fixed the chart so that we can, this is now permanent part of the chart, the little squaring off we did, which I'm not sure I like that cutting into the S2L sign there, but that's okay. We'll live. I have other copies of it. I could adjust it. But for our purposes, this is what it is. So, as you know, the reason why we have the 10-string pattern stack is for a 6-string grouping. So, with the C shape, the bottom string becomes the shape of the C box. So in the key of C, the C shape, the bottom string is 3, 4, 5, and then with C, you got okay, there's a pentatonic C. In the next shape up, we've grouped with the light blue, we've grouped the G box. Okay, and G is always 6, 7 root. E becomes the 6th of G. So we have that pentatonic we can play. Up to the root there. And then we have the group with the purple kind of the D box starting on the D string, but actually it's not starting on the D string. We're making a fretboard once again here. So this is going to be the bottom string. Okay, so the D shape takes the bottom, and the low E becomes the second of the key of D, and we can do a pentatonic scale there too. The only problem is with the D shape, we start to get into trouble as we're going up there. Up here on the fretboard, it's better for me to remove this capo so I can access the notes as they start to go to the left. Okay, so how do you get around that if you wanted to do this little exercise? Just imagine that the fret nut is right here, and that means that these would be your open strings. Well, guess what? You can't access this, you can't access that. So what's the key? What would be the key that you could play in to start these? What note would be the third of what key to be able to play this pattern? Okay, but you have warping over. Of course we have warping over. And that's gonna bring us over 1 fret. So as it turns out, I believe we get all 7 of them with the key of F. Alright, so if we set the open E as the 7th right here, we get that key of F. Okay, so this could get kind of hairy, but you know, that at that point we would get the 7 warped over. It's getting a little messy. Just it suffices to say that the pattern's going to go to the left like that, and the reason why we have the 10 string stack here is so we can have all 5 cage shapes. So we've got the 7 root 2 is the E shape. Okay, we don't have a full repeat of the C shape, so that's just there for reference. So once again, going all the way back over to the C shape. Now you might say to yourself, but caged is C-A-G-E-D. Why are we going from the E shape back to the C shape? Because when we go vertically in string shapes, we're going in fifths. So we're not going in literal notes, not literal note intervals. Okay, 2 to the 5th, 2 to the 5th. 2 to the 5th is something like 128, but what I'm saying is from the 2nd to the 5 is 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not doing that literally. We're going in string shapes. So we're going to be following over here what's called the string circle. And believe me, it's best to just memorize the string circle a little bit instead of deriving it each time. The 5th of C is G, the 5th of G is D, the 5th of D is A, the 5th of A is E, and then we have an augmented 5th, the 5th of E is B, but it's augmented back to C. So that's why they repeat in the manner that they are. When we go up in strings, we're going in fifths. So but just memorize the letters C, G, D, A, E. C, G, D, A, E. C, G, D, A, E. You see how we have both? We have 2 instances. It's not caged. Going vertically is not caged. It's in fifths going up, and going backwards is in fourths. So we have the diminished fourth because the 4th of C is F. We diminish that 4th to fit back into those caged letters. There's a reason for that. If you want to see, it has to do with this fret right here, which is below the C shape. No matter where you are, no matter what key you are in, say you don't look at this as the fret nut anymore. We're just looking at it as a virtual fretboard with all those, all those patterns could move right and left as if it was like a conveyor belt or something. That would be the conveyor belt effect. Would be as if you kept it still and then moved your guitar, which is, it's a way to do it, but really I'd rather see the shapes move along the guitar as you keep the guitar still. It doesn't matter, it's the same effect. You have the shapes can be moved up and down any number of semitones to get any key. So no matter what the key, we have this between the C shape and the E shape. It's repeated over here, but I've used it for labeling, and these labels are accurate. The D shape is, if we look over here, the D shape is 2, 3, 4. So here it is, 2, 3, 4, D shape labeled. But this key, this fret right here is the missing fret, and that's why between going from the E shape to the C shape, you'd look at the 5th of E would be a B shape, but because of this missing fret we start over again here on C, and going from the C shape to the E shape in fourths, we're going to the left on the guitar. So this is to the left, so we have like a C shape,